right? We got a point about the bitter hurt, right? So because why? He said, and they made the lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service. So you understand that? So that's the main reason why the Most High, he said, you know what? I'm going to deliver them.
Are you selling us stuff?
No, bro.
Oh, okay.
Hey, bro, hey, watch this, bro. I'm going to give you a flyer, bro. You know, I want you to check me out. I do have a YouTube channel. You know, you might be in a rush. You from El Salvador?
No.
Where? In Ecuador? Alright, we're the same people, man. The so-called blacks, Latino, Native Indian, based on the Bible, with the people of the Bible. I don't know.
Sorry, can I just take a picture?
Of course, yeah, go ahead, bro. Take a picture, anything you want, you like right here, bro.
I'm in a hurry, though. I'll take
Yeah, I'm gonna give you know, I got SoundCloud and my YouTube channel right there, bro. You see, my YouTube channel. My name is Frank, bro. Alright, man, differently, bro. So, always, right? We always got to keep that in mind, right? So, it's the hard bondage. Hard bondage we are in, like in today, in Babylon the Great. Same thing, right? Understand that? And so, this was Exodus chapter 1. So, we continue to read the Most High. He start, you know, Moses, why? That's the main reason why Moses, he got to slay the heathen. Because he saw the way he was treating his people. Hola. Tiene un minuto para la palabra de Dios. All praise to the Most High. She said she's working. All praise to the Most High. So let's see right here. This is the book of Moses. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 2 and verses 11. And it came, right? And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown that he went out unto his brethren. So he went to the Israelites. Okay, understand that? He started growing up, right? Unto his what? Unto his brethren. And look on the burden. And he spied on an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew one of his brethren. So it's the same thing you see the police doing today. It's nothing new under the sun. But who do we got? We got dumb dogs. We got dumb dogs. Leader like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and the list goes on and on. Like Oprah Winfrey, like what is Steve Harvison or what? I don't even know the name. We got dumb dog. Dumb dog. This Moses, right? What did he do? He spied, he saw an Egyptian, a heathen. He saw a Hamite killing his own brethren. He understood. The Most High gave him the Holy Spirit. He understood. Who do we have today? We got greedy dogs. They just worry about the money. They'll see their brother being put to death and it doesn't bother them. They'll see their own brother, their own race being destroyed by the police, by the U.S. government, by the social services, okay, by the FBI, by the CIA. They won't do a damn thing. Even though they have the proof, they see everything, they won't do a damn thing because they don't care. Because they worry about what? The belly. They worry about the money, the bling thing, which gonna perish and they themselves too. You see what I'm saying? They don't care about their own race, their own people. And they love the enemy and they hurt their own people. Understand that? Same spirit. So let's see what Moses did. He said, and he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burden. So Moses, he was checking. He said, man, this kingdom is wicked. Wow, why are they oppressing my people like that? Right? He said, and he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. All praise to the Most High. You see that? All praise to the Most High. You see the spirit? That's why the Most High said, you know what, Moses? I need you. I need men like you. Okay? We don't need like leaky spirit, you know, running away from cricket team like that. Oh, that's here a spider and then they start all crawling and hiding behind mama, you know, mama, help me out, help me out. No, man, come on, man. You gotta stay strong. So Moses, he was strong, man. Moses said, you listen, man, wow, you're pressing my wrist, my brother. Listen, I'm gonna put you to death. And the Most High said, go down on this hammer. And he went down and he put the hammer to death. Understand that? Understand that? How many of our people? We are not even telling you to do that, but guess what? Would you stand up for the truth? Would you stand up for the Israelite camps out here or on the highway, on the byway, doing the work of the Most High? How many of you want to do that? You don't want to do because you worry about your paycheck. You worry about your status in Hollywood. You worry about the money you make in the NBA, on your baseball, in your music weakness industry, all type of things, right? Let's see what Moses did. And he went, and when he went out of the second day, behold, two men of the Hebrews strove together, and he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou fellow? So you see, Moses was already like the spirit of the Most High was on Moses. Moses understood, don't do that. Why you smiting your brother? The brother ain't do no wrong. Why you abusing? Okay, understand that? He said, and he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? And turned thou to kill me as thou killed the Egyptian? So this brother saw when he put the Egyptian to death, and Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known. Moses said, shoot, they know that I slaughtered this guy yesterday. Understand that? You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. So we were made, our forefathers were made to serve a regal. Understand that? So let's go back to the book of Ezra chapter 12. Right? Hold on. She's blind. You see that? You see the weakness? You see, she's proud. They're proud, man. Very wicked. You see, that's Northern Kingdom. Maybe she's Esau. You see what I'm saying? They're very rebellious, man. They're proud. Because they hate God. They hate the Most High. That's why God is going to bring death upon them. Death shall feed upon all the rebellious, the wicked of our people. The wicked of the woman, the wicked of the men, the so-called Latino, Native Indian, the so-called black. Listen, the Most High will feed you death. Understand that? Death is going to come. Destruction is about to come. And you won't be able to flee to El Salvador. You won't be able to run to Honduras. You won't be able to flee to Mexico. Understand that? It's coming. Get ready, man. Get ready, man. The Most High is coming down. And you can't hide from the Most High. So this is the book of Ezra, chapter 12. And let's read it. Verses 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs. They shall eat it. Eat it not raw, so you can't eat it halfway cooked. Okay? Like the way Esau did, right? Esau like to eat his meat halfway cooked or not cooked at all. Listen, we know a lot of our people, the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, they love to eat the meat like that. You can eat the Passover of the Most High like that. That's death. You don't want to eat it like that. And the Most High won't accept it. So that will be a sin unto you. Understand that? So make sure the lamb is fully cooked. It got to be cooked thoroughly. If it's cooked a little bit, you eat a little bit. Then you roast it more, you eat a little bit more. If it's a small layer that is cooked, you eat that. Then you roast it, you eat it. Okay, let's continue. Okay, it said, and with bitter herbs. Now I want to show you. Bitter herbs. Some of you might not know what is bitter herbs, right? So to the brother and the sister out there, I know a lot about bitter herbs. So I eat bitter herbs in Africa all my life. In West Africa, this bitter herbs is popular. When you go to Nigeria, Benin, right? You go to Togo, you know, Ghana, Ivory Coast. This is very popular, right? And I'm gonna share it with you. Okay, I want to show you, right? As you can see on my screen right here. You see this? All right, bear with me, okay? You see, I just want to show it with you. I want to show it to you, right? You see, this thing right here, it says bitter herbs. You see, or bitter leaves. Okay, you can get it from any Asian store. You ask them that you're looking for bitter leaves. Okay, sometimes they call it Vernonia, right? They call it Vernonia. Mainly it's native to West Africa and part of Asia. Okay, native to West Africa. Or our forefather brought it along. The Most High allow our forefather to bring it along with them. You see what I'm saying? It's called bitter leaves. Now, the best one, I have some best one from Nigeria and Cameroon. So you go to any Asian store or I'll say African store, ask them for bitter herbs or bitter leaves. It's always frozen. It's always in the frozen section. And when you get it, what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna let it thaw. You're gonna let it thaw, you can rinse it a little bit, and you have it ready for the Passover. As you can see, and you have it ready for the Passover. Okay? Understand that? And you have it ready for the Passover. Okay? You have it ready for the Passover. Understand that? Bitter leaves. Okay? You can get it in any Asian store. Okay? Asian store or African store. Understand that? Asian store or African store. Okay? You go to Asian store or African store, you can get it over there. Understand that? Bitter leaves is already washed. Sometimes they call it ndole. The Cameroonese, they call it ndole. Understand that? Right? So you need that. And you gotta eat it like that. The lamb, roasted, nicely good, and the bitter herbs all together. Okay? So because that's the bitterness our forefather were in the land of Egypt, right? He said, eat it not of it raw, not sudden. So sudden mean what? You boil it. Because our forefather, they're accustomed to boiling meat. We used to do that. I do that a lot, you know. I do that a lot with chicken, lamb, goat. I do that a lot because I learned that from my forefather in West Africa, right? From the country called Benin, which is the land of Judah. Okay, back in those days. So understand that, right? He said, it is not raw, not sudden, at all with water. So you can't season it. You can't put it in the water. You can't add water to it. You can't do that. Okay? The way you have it slaughtered, the way you get it, you got to go on to the fire like that. Understand that? Okay? You got to go on the open fire. You got to grill it on the open fire. Understand that? Right? Let's continue. He said, it is not raw. It is not raw, not sudden at all with water, but roasted with fire. Like the Most already said it again, roasted with fire, his head with his leg and with the pertinence thereof. So understand that that's a heavy part right there. So the Passover of the Most High, you cannot open the lamb. You can't open it. You can't take anything outside from it. Because if you open it, you take something out, then it's not the Passover again. It's that you're doing halfway. Now the Most High is merciful. The Most High understand that we're in captivity. But the lamb, like my brother they did in West Africa when they keep the Passover, what do? They just dress the lamb. After the slaughter, the head is on the leg. You can't break the bone. You can't do none of those things. Okay, it got to stay like that. It got to stay like that. What you do, you remove the skin from it, and then you start roasting it like that. You eat it slowly. And nobody passing open, you cannot remove the pertinence. That's what he's saying. Okay, understand that. That's what he's saying. But roast with fire his head with his leg and with the pertinence thereof. You see that? And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. Okay? And that which remaineth of it, the morning ye shall burn with fire. So guess what? Listen. Because I know a lot of people, they're trying to take it outside. Okay? A lot of our people, the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native, what they're trying to do, if there any feed, they're trying to take the meat to the house. No. The Passover, the land of the Most High, you are not taking it from the house whatsoever he was slaughtered. Whatsoever the lamb was sacrificed, you can't take it from that house. If you don't finish eating it in the morning, listen, it got to be burned thoroughly. Everything got to be burned. Understand that? It got to be fully burned. You got to burn it fully. You had the whole day to burn it until sundown and you start keeping the feast of unleavened bread. Understand that? Okay? So let's keep on rolling. He said, the rite of the Passover, and thou shalt ye eat with your loin girded. So we gotta have our loin girded. So for example, if you got something, you can tie, your belly with it. You see what I'm saying? You tie your belly with it. You see what I'm saying? Your loin girded. Okay, with your staff, right? He said, and thou shalt ye eat it with your loin girded, right? With your loin girded, okay? Your shoes on your feet, so you can't be in your sandal. You gotta be on your shoes. You need your shoes. You understand that? You gotta be in your shoes, okay? You gotta be in your shoes. Understand that? It's a little bit windy out here, right? He said, and your staff in your hand. So you need a staff. I do have one. I don't have it right here with me, but I do have my staff in my house. With your staff, if you ain't got no staff, there's a lot of brothers and sisters that do staff, and you can get in touch with the brother on Facebook, Twitter. You holler at the brother. So many brothers, there know people that make staff. Okay, you can order your staff from a righteous brother or a righteous sister that know how to do it. Understand that? With your staff, right? In your hand, and you shall eat it in haste. So you can't eat the Passover of the Most High in the living room. It gotta be outside. The Passover of the Most High gotta be outside. Understand that? You can't take the Passover and go in the living room. No, you gotta cut it out. You can't take the Passover of the Most High and go in the room. No, the Passover of the Most High gotta be eaten outside. Understand that? You can't eat the Passover of the Most High in the bedroom. No. Ain't nobody cutting the meat and bringing it inside. No, it gotta be eaten outside. Now, if it's the day it's gonna rain, then you're gonna have to set up like some tents. You may wanna go to Walmart or somewhere. You buy yourself a cheap tent. In case it starts raining, you can set up the tent and you go under the tent. You understand that? Because it can rain. Because it's the rainy season. We get it in the first month of the year. The spring season is the rainy season. Understand that? So you gotta keep in mind, the lamb, the Passover is not going to your bedroom. It's not going to your living room. Okay? Okay? Understand that? Like I say, like I already said, if there be any brother or sister that live in Northern Virginia, you live in Northern Virginia, or you live in area like Maryland, or you live in Winchester, or you live in West Virginia, and you are righteous, you're mindful of the Most High, you keep the law, the commandment, listen, you can contact me, let me know. I'll be keeping my Passover on the 27th. So if you want to join us to keep the Passover, if you don't have anybody, you can join up any camp or a brother or sister to keep the Passover, you're welcome to join us to keep the Passover. So the Passover I'll be keeping on the 27th. 27 when the sun goes down, 27 sun down. Understand that if you're interested, you want to do it, you ain't got nobody, or you know a brother that needs to join it, but hey, they can contact me through what? Messenger. Hola. Tiene un minuto por la palabra de Dios. Ay, oh, praise the Lord. He said, and you shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord Passover. So it's the Lord Passover. It's not Easter. The Lord Passover. Understand that? It's the Most High Passover. Okay? Let's continue. Say, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night. The same thing is going to happen. When the Most High unleashed the angel of destruction, guess what? Those brothers that kept the Passover, those brothers and sisters that kept the law, the commandment of the Most High, guess what? Nothing's coming nigh unto them. Thousands shall fall on the left side, and 10,000 on the right inside, none shall come nigh unto them. Right? Understand that, right? So let's go right here. He said, for I'll pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I'll smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both men and beasts. So imagine, now you want to read about that account, you go in the book of Psalm 105. Go to the book of Psalm 105, and you read it. You can also read it from what? The Wisdom of Solomon. Okay, the Wisdom of Solomon, if I'm not wrong. Let's go right here. Let's go into it quick. So I'm going to bring it out from my Apocrypha, the Wisdom of Solomon. Right, let's go right here. Wisdom of Solomon, I'm going to read the precept from it quick. So you can read it. You can check it out. It's very interesting. These are the history of our forefathers, right? The history that we don't know. We were not taught in the school. Understand that, right? Okay. Let's read it. This is the book of the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18. So the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, deal with it. So you can read it. We encourage you to read the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18. We encourage you to do it. You can read it. Check it out. Okay. So this is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18. And I'm going to read from verse 5. And when they are determined to slay the babes of the saints, so like I read in the book of Exodus, chapter 1. Exodus, chapter 1, the new Pharaoh and his people, they said, let us kill all them. So they told the midwife, when you do the bed for an Egyptian woman, so I mean for a Hebrew woman, right, a so-called black woman or a so-called Latino woman, native, he said when you help them to give birth, when you see them upon the stool, they see to kill. If you be a male, you kill the male. But if you be a girl, you keep it alive. Because they understood this hidden. They understand that, okay, the man is the one that carry the seed. So they say, you know what, in order to exterminate the so-called blacks, Latino, and native, we got to kill the man. And that's what America is doing today. America is very good at it. That's why America continues to jail the so-called blacks, Latino, and native every day for things that don't even matter. Meanwhile, they're dropping bombs on everybody, killing people all day long. Right? They're good at destroying the black family. They'll take the black men from the house so they can set the children into war, into destruction. That's Esau right there. And this is happening here where in America. Right? Understand that? So let's continue. He said, one child being cast forth and saved to reprove them. Which child being cast forth? He's talking about Moses. It's Moses, which is that one child that was cast forth. Moses is the one that was cast forth, right, into Egypt to save them. The Most High set it up like that. Now you gotta be spiritual to understand. Now Wisdom of Solomon, like I said, chapter 18 goes into detail about all those things, right? So let's continue. He said to reprove them. How did he reprove them? He slayed that wicked Egyptian that was oppressing his brother, right? He said, thou tookest away the multitude of the same death. So he told them, he said, this night I'm gonna kill all the firstborn, from men to the beast. Not only the men, the Most High killed the cow, the goat. Listen, all of them the Most High killed. Understand that? He said, well, neither were the living, man, listen, man, these are heavy. He said, neither were the living sufficient to bury them. You see that? There were so many. There were so many, like a house of bees, like a house of ants, where you can't count it. You can't count it. The Most High slaughtered them. When on the 12th, on the 14th of the first month of the year, in the month called what? Nisan and Abib. Right? Let's see. He said what? For in one moment the noblest offspring of them was destroyed. You see that? For whereas they would not believe anything by reason of the enchantment, upon the destruction of the firstborn, they acknowledge these people to be the son of Yahweh. Amen, hallelujah. And that must be with Babylon the Great. What about me? That it must be with Babylon the Great. That must be with what? America. America Vespucci. Babylon the Great, man. That it must be with what? Strong and mighty hand. The Most High is going to destroy this place. When they cut it out, the FBI, the CIA won't be able to do anything. The police won't be able to do anything. Your government won't be able to do anything. The Most High will burn America. Understand that? The Most High will bring swift destruction. Like, because the oppression, man, injustice, the weakness that you see, the rebellion of the so-called Latino blacks and Native Indian every day. The rebellion. Children that will not listen to the Most High. Understand that? So get ready for judgment. Punishment is about to come in America, in El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nigeria, Benin, Togo, El Salvador, and the list goes on and on and on. Judgment is coming. So you can't run away. Don't think because you live in El Salvador, it's coming down there too. The Most High is coming to visit the whole earth. So let's go back right here. This is the book of Exodus. Back again, right? So this is the book of Exodus, right? Chapter 12 and verses 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the house where ye are. So you can do if you can, if the Most High allow you. But beware, hold on. Beware, because guess what? If you put it as I told you, if you put the blood and your neighbor see, they can call the police. Okay, I understand that, okay? So you gotta be wise when you deal with that thing. I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you. When I smite the land of Egypt, who? The Most High. So your doctor, your health insurance won't be able to save you. Understand that? The Most High is gonna smite America, and your health insurance, life insurance, your money you got in your bank, your dog, your guns that you store, 1,000 guns you store to defend yourself, you won't be able to use it. All the guns be dead, they're all gonna blow and chop you off. Understand that? So let's see, this is how it's gonna go down with America. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial. You see that? For a memorial. You see that? And ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generation, throughout our generation. Not only for one day, not only in Egypt, all of them. Okay? Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. The Most High said forever. He didn't say for 3 years. Or because Jesus Christ came, we don't have to keep it. He didn't say that. If you believe that, it's because you were deceived by your family, your parents, the Christian church, Esau, slavery, captivity. That's why you believe that, right? And in the first day, there shall be a holy convocation, the first day, right? And in the seventh day, okay? Let's just read verse 15. It says, 7th day shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put our leaven out of your houses. So we suggest that you put it out. We suggest that you put leaven out from your houses. Okay? If you can't resist that, we suggest that you put it out. You can't eat no cookie. Okay? You can eat nothing like that. Understand it? Okay? It says, 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put out leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eat unleavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. So you see that? So if you rebel and you want to eat cake, you want to eat pastry, you can't drink beer. Because I told you, beer got yeast in it. You can't drink beer during those 7 days. Understand that? So don't say you didn't know this. Don't buy no beer. If you're buying wine to drink, make sure the wine is yeast free. Like some brother talk about the kosher wine. You can look it up. So I got a couple of lists I'm going to be posting on my page, Lord willing, between today, tomorrow, the next coming day, I'm going to post it. So if you be interested, you want to buy wine, you can go take a look at in those lists. And you still double check, because sometimes Esau, he play people, man. Esau, he play people mind. Understand that? Esau, he play people mad. So make sure you double check it yourself and make sure it is the wine that ain't got no yeast. You can't drink no beer. You can't eat anything that got yeast. You can't talk about Damascus bread, like blah, 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 corn bread, you know, all those things that got yeast in it. No corn bread. Put that corn bread in the trash. Make your own unleavened bread. Make your own unleavened bread. The recipe is very simple. Flour, water, a little bit of salt, kosher salt, whatsoever salt you want to use, and a little bit of olive oil. Water, you need it, you make it dough, you make it flatten, whatsoever way you want it, you make it smaller. You can either bake it on the stove or you bake it in the oven. One way or the other, it works out. Understand it? And I'm going to try to see if I can put some recipe over there. If the Most High allow me, if I can put some recipe, because I've done it last year or the past 2 years or 3 years. So understand that. Okay? So you eat yeast, or anything that got yeast, you'll be cut out. You'll be cut off. Understand that? All right, brother? So we are agreeing on that. Do not eat no yeast. You can't drink no beer during those 7 days. No beer. No beer. Okay? If you want to drink your thing, make sure it's the wine that ain't got no yeast. Because I told you, since the 1890s, Israel start putting yeast into the grapes and into the corn to make wine and beer to accelerate the process of fermentation. In the beginning, we were not allowed to do that. But Esau, he taunted, he fought, he messed up with everything. So understand that, brother and sister. All right? Understand that, okay?